Hello, dear viewers, and a very warm welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the most compelling and often intricate narratives surrounding the British royal family. Today, we embark on a truly fascinating and rather weighty discussion concerning the very fabric of royal tradition, the ancient and venerable system of titles. We're exploring a significant and perhaps unprecedented shift in thinking within the hallowed halls of the monarchy, one that suggests certain highly prominent ducal titles might, astonishingly, be retired for an extended period, perhaps even indefinitely, due to the profoundly negative associations now linked with their current holders. Before we immerse ourselves in this captivating and often dramatic royal revelation, please do take a moment to show your support by liking this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest royal news and insights. Your engagement truly helps us continue bringing you these in-depth explorations. Now, let us turn our attention to the heart of the matter. The British royal family, an institution steeped in centuries of custom and symbolism, is reportedly contemplating a profound reevaluation of how it bestows and manages its most distinguished titles. This isn't merely a matter of bureaucratic procedure. It strikes at the very core of the monarchy's public image and its enduring legacy. At the center of this burgeoning debate are two highly significant ducal titles, the Duke of York and the Duke of Sussex. Their future, according to esteemed royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams, appears to be hanging in a rather precarious balance, largely owing to the regrettable and widely publicized controversies involving their current incumbents, Prince Andrew and Prince Harry. Fitzwilliams, a seasoned observer of royal affairs, suggests that these particular titles may well be shelved for a considerable duration, perhaps even for generations to come, as the crown seeks to distance itself from the unfortunate narratives that have become inextricably linked with them. This is a monumental consideration, as ducal titles are not merely honorifics. They are deeply ingrained symbols of lineage, responsibility, and royal standing. Let us first consider the plight of the Duke of York, a title traditionally, though not exclusively, held by the sovereign's second son. In this instance, it is Prince Andrew whose public standing has, regrettably, suffered an almost irreparable blow. The genesis of this precipitous decline can be traced back to his deeply troubling association with the disgraced financier, Jeffrey Epstein. The revelations surrounding this friendship, particularly Epstein's abhorrent crimes, cast a long and ominous shadow over Prince Andrew's name and, by extension, over the wider royal family. The subsequent and now infamous Newsnight interview in 2019, intended perhaps as an opportunity for clarification and redemption, instead proved to be an unmitigated public relations disaster. It was, by almost all accounts, a car crash interview where Prince Andrew's responses were widely perceived as evasive, lacking in empathy, and ultimately deeply unconvincing. This televised appearance sent shockwaves across the nation and beyond, further eroding public trust and severely damaging his reputation to a point from which many believe it may never fully recover. The fallout from these events has necessitated his retreat from public life and the relinquishing of his royal duties, leaving the title of Duke of York, in the eyes of many, indelibly stained. Then we turn our gaze to the Duke of Sussex, a title bestowed upon Prince Harry on the occasion of his marriage to Meghan Markle. Prince Harry's trajectory, while different in nature from his uncle's, has nonetheless led to a significant estrangement from the core of the royal family. His momentous decision, alongside his wife Meghan, to step down as a working royal, to seek financial independence, and to relocate across the Atlantic to the United States, sent ripples of both understanding and consternation throughout the world. This move, widely dubbed Megxit, marked a profound departure from traditional royal life and has, sadly, created a discernible rift between Harry and his family members, particularly his elder brother, Prince William, and his father, King Charles III. While the reasons for their departure were complex and multifaceted, the outcome has undeniably been a diminished connection to the institutional monarchy and a public narrative often characterized by tension and separation. The very concept of a working royal has been challenged, and the public perception of the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex has become a subject of intense and often polarized debate. It is against this backdrop of significant personal and public challenges that Richard Fitzwilliams posits his stark and rather sobering assessment. He firmly believes that these specific titles, Duke of York and Duke of Sussex, have now become inextricably linked with individuals whose reputations, for various reasons, have become tarnished. This, he argues, presents an undeniable and considerable risk to the carefully cultivated image of the royal family as a whole. The monarchy, after all, thrives on public respect, tradition, and a sense of unwavering duty. When titles, which are powerful symbols of these very ideals, become associated with scandal or a perceived abandonment of duty, their intrinsic value and public resonance are inevitably diminished. Fitzwilliams did not mince words when articulating his profound conviction on this matter. He stated with an air of definitive foresight, "There probably will never be another Duke of York. There probably will never be another Duke of Sussex." This isn't merely speculation. It speaks to a deep understanding of how the monarchy, as an institution, must strategically safeguard its future and its standing in an ever-scrutinizing modern world. The decision to effectively retire a ducal title, even if unofficially, would be a tacit acknowledgement of the profound impact of individual actions on the collective royal brand. It suggests a proactive approach to prevent future generations from inheriting titles that carry such heavy and negative historical baggage. To further underscore his point, Fitzwilliams drew a compelling parallel with another ducal title that, for generations, has remained unallocated due to its controversial past: the Duke of Windsor. This title, as many of our viewers will recall, was famously held by King Edward VIII following his abdication from the throne in 1936. Edward VIII, driven by his unwavering desire to marry the American divorcee Wallis Simpson, chose love over duty, triggering an unprecedented constitutional crisis and sending shockwaves through the British Empire. His decision to relinquish the crown for the woman he loved, while romanticized by some, was seen by many others as a profound dereliction of royal duty and a deeply unsettling moment for the monarchy. The title of Duke of Windsor was created for him after his abdication, allowing him to maintain a royal connection, albeit one removed from the line of succession. However, the shadow of his abdication has ensured that this title has never been reissued. There won't be another Duke of Windsor, Fitzwilliams predicted, highlighting a historical precedent for the monarchy's reluctance to reuse titles tainted by significant controversy or constitutional upheaval. This historical example serves as a powerful illustration of the long-term memory of the crown when it comes to the symbolic weight of its titles. The commentator's insights extend beyond these specific cases, highlighting a broader principle. Certain titles, irrespective of their antiquity, can acquire such negative connotations that they become utterly unsuitable for future royals. This meticulous approach to title allocation is not a new phenomenon. It's a testament to the royal family's long-standing awareness of history's echoes. A prime example of this careful consideration, which many might not be aware of, relates directly to Prince Harry. It is said that Prince Harry was notably not made Duke of Clarence, a decision rooted in the title's rather notorious and often tragic history. Let's delve into the compelling and somewhat grim history of the Duke of Clarence. The last individual to bear this particular title was Prince Albert Victor, the grandson of none other than Queen Victoria herself, and the elder brother of the future King George V. His life was tragically cut short, but not before it became shrouded in a thick veil of speculation and rumors that cast a long shadow over his memory. Whispers circulated persistently about his mental health, often hinting at a fragile disposition, and perhaps even more controversially, about his sexuality, which was a deeply sensitive and often scandalous topic in Victorian society. Furthermore, some of the more sensational and unsubstantiated theories have even linked him, albeit without any credible evidence, to the infamous Jack the Ripper murders. While these claims remain firmly in the realm of historical conjecture and sensationalism, the sheer volume and dark nature of the speculation surrounding Prince Albert Victor undeniably contributed to the title of Duke of Clarence acquiring a rather ominous and ill-fated reputation. The very name became synonymous with scandal and misfortune, making it an understandably undesirable appellation for a future high-profile royal. But the story of the Duke of Clarence doesn't end there. Even further back in history, we encounter another prominent figure who held this title, George Plantagenet, Duke of Clarence. His life played out amidst the tumultuous backdrop of the 15th century Wars of the Roses, was marked by political intrigue, shifting allegiances, and ultimately a dramatic and infamous end. George Plantagenet was notorious for his treachery, famously switching sides between his brother, King Edward IV, and the Lancastrian cause, only to betray them both. His actions were a constant source of instability and danger for the kingdom. His turbulent and ultimately disloyal career was immortalized in the timeless plays of William Shakespeare, particularly in Richard III, where he is depicted as a pivotal, if ill-fated character, famously drowned in a butt of Malmsey wine, supposedly at the instigation of his younger brother, the future King Richard III. This historical legacy of betrayal and a grim demise further solidifies the Duke of Clarence as a title steeped in negative historical connotations, a clear testament to why the crown would be exceptionally wary of reusing it. Considering these historical precedents and the current challenges, Fitzwilliams believes that Prince Andrew will, for the foreseeable future, retain the title of Duke of York. The immediate removal of a ducal title once bestowed is an extraordinarily complex and rarely undertaken process, fraught with legal and constitutional intricacies. It is not, in Fitzwilliams's estimation, foreseeable in the near future, indicating the immense bureaucratic and political hurdles such a move would entail. The monarchy, for all its pomp and ceremony, is also a deeply conservative institution, and radical changes to established titles are not made lightly or swiftly. However, the future, as we all know, is an ever-unfolding tapestry, and Fitzwilliams himself acknowledges the inherent uncertainties that lie ahead. He expressed a degree of profound uncertainty about what might transpire in the longer term, particularly across different reigns. What happens in another reign and how it's handled, I don't know, he concluded. This statement is particularly insightful, as it hints at the possibility that a future monarch, perhaps with a different perspective or facing different public expectations, might indeed choose to address these issues with greater resolve. The current monarch, King Charles III, has only recently ascended to the throne, and his reign is still in its early stages. Future decisions regarding these titles could well depend on the evolving public sentiment, the actions of the individuals involved, and the strategic priorities of future monarchs. The weight of tradition is immense, but so too is the imperative for the monarchy to remain relevant and respected in a rapidly changing world. In essence, this discussion about royal titles is far more than a mere administrative detail. It is a profound reflection on the enduring power of symbolism, the heavy burden of reputation, and the monarchy's constant effort to navigate its ancient traditions within a modern, often unforgiving, public sphere. The actions of individuals, particularly those at the highest echelons of the royal family, reverberate through history and can, as we've seen, cast long shadows over even the most venerable of titles. The potential retirement of the Duke of York and Duke of Sussex titles, if it comes to pass, would be a stark and powerful statement, a testament to the royal family's unwavering commitment to protecting its image and ensuring that its symbols of prestige remain untainted for generations to come. What are your thoughts on this fascinating and rather delicate matter, dear viewers? Do you believe these titles should indeed be retired, or do you think new generations of royals could eventually redeem them? Perhaps you have insights into other titles that have fallen out of favor throughout history. Please share your perspectives and engage in the discussion in the comments section below. We always appreciate hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining us for this in-depth exploration. Your continued support means the world to us. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more royal insights, and hit that notification bell so you're always informed. We look forward to seeing you in our next royal update. Until then, take care.